Good morning. It's Friday, January 17th, so it must be time for another update from your North Carolina Medical Society. Well, we had our great, big, grand one-day session where not much happened, unfortunately. So there was no vote on the budget. The legislature was able to pass a veteran scholarship that was then signed by the governor, but that was the real only piece of legislation that had any movement in this one-day session. So we were all on the edge of our seat, but unfortunately not much happened. And this is meaningful to us, one, because Medicaid transformation is located within that budget, as well as a new building for Brody School of Medicine, as well as some residency creation opportunities, and a number of public health initiatives that are really important to the health of North Carolina. So we're disappointed that the budget could not be negotiated, worked out, and that a number of our priorities won't be achieved because there is no budget in place. So with all that being said, we're not coming back into session until April 28th, and that will be the beginning of what's called the short session. So go ahead and start making plans for your White Coat Wednesday starting April 29th into May and June and maybe early July. I guess we're being hopeful that we'll be out by the end of July, but go ahead and start looking at your calendars to plan a time to come to Raleigh for White Coat Wednesday. Now, that's not to say wait until April, because now is the time to start thinking about voting, because primaries are just over 40 days away. So go ahead and start thinking about if you're going to be voting early, if you're going to be voting absentee, and make sure you're looking up your primary ballot to see what it's going to look like. So that way you can do your own homework beforehand and know who you're voting for before you show up to that ballot box. Now is the time to be communicating with candidates back home. It's a great time to grab coffee or have lunch or dinner or go to a campaign event, because this is the time where those candidates are really listening, right? This is when they're trying to decide how they're going to vote and how they're going to make decisions and what are really going to be their priorities if and when they get elected. So take the opportunity to do that, because this is a really crucial period in election season. Now, I want to point out two very important races that we're closely following that are NCMS member races. The first is Dr. Kristen Baker, who's running in Cabarrus County, who's a longtime physician member of the North Carolina Medical Society. So make sure you check out her website and learn a little bit more about her. And the other race we want to point out to you is longtime member and former legislator Mark Hollow, who is a PA who's been a longtime member of the Medical Society as well, and he is from Catawba County. So those are two races that we're following and watching very closely because they're NCMS members, and we hope that you will support them in their campaign as well. That's all we have from you. We look forward to chatting with you in the next couple of weeks or so when we have an update on the elections and as we hear more information about what's to come. Look forward to hearing from you soon.